you go, people want to know, why am I struggling financially? Why am I broke? If you grew up like me, you were taught to save money in the bank, right? In case you had these things called emergencies or rainy days. At some point, somebody told you to save money. So I was doing some research because if you're like me, you've always been told to save money. All right. So let's think about this. If you're anything like me, you can probably go back 10, 20 years where you were taught to save money, and most people can even further. And how long have you, let me start with a question to you. How long have you known of the idea to save money for rainy days and emergencies? Years and years, right? Well, let me ask you, what has that done for you? Has stacking money in the bank set you free? Has stacking money in the bank saved you? Has stacking money in the bank created enough income to where you don't need a job? For most people, the answer is no. Here's another truth. Because I was looking this up today. Hello? Walking in the neighborhood, so there's a lot of dogs. But I was looking this up today, and I was like, how many people in America have less than 5 grand in the bank? Don't even get me started on 10 grand. 5 grand or less? Almost 80% of America have 5 grand or less. I'm trying to see which way I'm going. I think I'll just go this way. 80%, let me cross right here because they drive bad in the day, so it's almost dark. I know they drive bad at night, but so 80% of America, no joke, 80% of America, do your own research, don't believe me, 80% of America have less than $5,000 in the bank. So it got me to thinking, like, man, people have been told to save money for so many years. One of the main contributing factors to people being broke nowadays, they were always told to save money. Well, how could that make you broke? Well, when you save money, you miss opportunity. And because your focus is on stacking money in the bank, and I tell you, that's not a good idea. Not that I need you to have no money in your bank account or be at zero or be broke. That's not what I'm telling you. But if you're going to stack money in the bank, at least have a plan for it, because guess what? The bank has a plan. The bank has a plan. See, the bank plan is to use your money to make money for themselves. So the bank's going to use your money to do what? Make money for themselves. I'm almost home, so this is not going to be a long video. Hey, little bunny. My kids, they love to see the bunnies, but I didn't bring them tonight. I did my own walk. But the banks, and nobody's going to teach you this because it's going to make me sound crazy. I'm going to sound like a lunatic. But I'm telling you, stacking money in the bank for just the purpose of stacking in the bank is a terrible idea. So one of the things that keep people broke for so long is they keep stacking money in the bank. And then what happens after that? Well, you spend it. Emergencies come. Rainy days come. That is what you manifested, right? That is what you wanted anyway, right? Delivery driver, that is nuts. Hit thumbs up if you knew that delivery drivers had. I didn't know that. Guess they do. So, but you've been told so long to save money, stack money, put your money up. And I was too. I was taught this too. I ended up broke for a long time too. What's up with the bells? I ended up broke for a long time too because my focus was on just, every time I make extra money, just to stick it in the bank, not realizing that If that's the plan, you're working for nothing. You're saving for nothing. And so what happens when you stack money in the bank? Oh, you get what you asked for. Yeah, the things you manifested, rainy days and emergencies. Yeah, they're coming. They have to come, or that bank account's not going to be successful. And so hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. Help me grow it. We're almost 3,000, by the way, so I appreciate everybody who's a subscriber. Beautiful night here in DFW. I'm in the neighborhood walking. Beautiful, amazing night. I'm about 2 blocks from the house, so this video is not going to be long. But just think about it. So many people have been told, save money, stack money. And then what happens? Life happens. And then what happens to the money? Well, you end up having to spend it. And I know what you're going to say. See, Shon, I told you. That's why I saved it. So when life did happen, I had the money. Well, let me ask you. Let me give you a different perspective. Would that be okay? Because that's the old way of thinking when it comes to money. And that way is going to leave you broke, because when you save it, spend it, it's gone. Wouldn't it make more sense to save it, invest it, spend it, get it back? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Do you like your money to come back? I like my money to come back. So let's talk about it. What if you change your perspective? What if you saw things differently? What if the way that you thought about money changed? What if it changed on a simple video like this? What if this video is the video that changes your life forever? You're probably sitting there right now, worried about your job, worried about your paycheck, and how to take care of yourself and your family. I know, I get it. I've been there. I understand. You are not alone, right? But you're also thinking, well, in case something happens, I'm going to pile money up in the bank. And then when that bad thing happens, because life happens, I'm not blaming you for bad things happen. Sometimes it's our fault. Sometimes it's just life. It is what it is. But when life happens, you're thinking, well, I'm going to go to the account, get that money, and handle that emergency. And I say, okay, what about if you, before the emergency comes, you take the money now, some of it, invest it into something for some type of cash flow, so that when the emergency comes, you can pay for the emergency with cash flow, not an emergency account. See, if you spend the emergency account's money, let's say you have 500 saved, 500 bucks, and you have an emergency that costs 500 bucks, right? A blown out tire, right? Now you go to your bank account, you get that 500, you pay for that tire, you're feeling good. You could rub it in my face, I was wrong. And then let's say I, with a different mindset, same situation, I have 500 in the bank, but my mindset is different than yours. So you waited for the emergency to happen so you could justify your savings. I looked for opportunity so I could justify investing. And so before the emergency happened, I invested my money into something simple, whatever it is. You fill in the blank. I'm going to say a middleman business, because that's what I do. That's what I love. And it doesn't take much to win. So I invest mine into a middleman business. Let's say it only makes me 500 bucks a month. Nothing big. One customer a month, 500 bucks. That's it. But when you spend your 500, you're broke. When I spend my 500, guess what? It comes back to me. Now I have 500 again, and I solved the emergency. See, we got to stop believing that saving money is the only way to protect ourselves. Let me tell you something that you're not going to learn in college. The rich are not going to teach you. Why would they? And that is this. that you can make money by investing the money you have and actually living off of something called cash flow. You don't have to wait until an emergency happens. You can live off cash flow. If you take your money, put your money into something, and that thing brings you a return, that's cash flow. If it brings you a return over and over, say like people start a middleman business, right? And let's say it costs whatever. Let's say $1,000 to start a business. And let's say it only makes $1,000 a month. Well, after the first month, you have all your money back. Everything after that is free money. So what am I saying? Am I telling you not to save money? No. Am I telling you to go dig all of your money out of your bank account and spend it and go to zero? No. But what I am telling you is if you're just saving money in your bank account just to save money, just to wait on an emergency, then you're going about it the wrong way. Another way of looking at that would be, what if I use the money? This is the question you should be asking. What if I use the money that I have right now, instead of waiting on something bad to happen, since it hasn't happened yet? What if I use the money to invest to make more money? And then by the time an emergency or something happens, I'm making residual cash flow. That thing, that asset is bringing money to me monthly. So now I don't need to stack money in the bank account. I can live off cash flow. So I hope this makes sense. Let me know in the comments. It's dark, of course. I got to get inside and hang out with the family. But by the way, shout out to all the new students in the master class. You just beat the enrollment deadline. For those who have been asking and are ready to get in, you need to move quickly. Comment middleman to get the link for the free tutorial. All right, guys, beautiful day here in the neighborhood, sun setting. I'm going in. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a blessed night. If you have any questions or comments about getting into the Middleman Masterclass, all you have to do is just message me, middlemanceoinfo@gmail.com, middlemanceoinfo@gmail.com, and you can get in. So, but just want to share that with you. I'm on live. I'll wait a couple of minutes. If somebody's got a question, I don't want to leave anybody hanging. If you have a question right now, please drop it. If you have a comment, please drop it. I'll see it. Don't wait until I get off. These planes are loud, man. So I'm probably, I don't know, 5 minutes away from DFW Airport. So those cargo planes, man, they rumble overhead. So kids aren't out. If they were out, there'd be lights on the patio and the little putt-putt golf course at the house, but they're not out. So, but if you have a question or comment, now's the time to drop it. I'll just double check, see if anything's on there. But again, I'm not telling you to not save money. I'm just telling you, don't save money just for the purpose of saving money. Because the money that you're stacking in the bank, that could be the money you use to get yourself financial freedom. That could be the money you use to get yourself an opportunity. That could be the money you use to get yourself out of the rat race. Think about it. How long have you been told to save money? Forever. How long have you been trying to save money? Forever. If that was the answer, if saving money was the answer, let me ask you a question. Why don't the banks save money? All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm having too much fun. But I hope you guys like the video. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Into the House of Madness.